Okay, can you guys see me now? Can you guys hear me? There's still a bit of a lag. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Ah, yay. Okay, here we go. Wow, I did this whole review and nobody was watching me. So I'm going to do number 6 from the book. Let me rewrite it so I can see it. Hi, yay, it's working. All right, so I'll make this quick and short, and here's my dog. He wants some of my attention. Okay, quick and short. Come on, Patchy. Number 6, 2x plus 1, quantity squared minus 11. Okay, so this first thing it's asking you to do is I think it says horizontal, let me read it on my book. It says a horizontal shrink by a factor of 1/4. So because it's 1/4 and it's horizontal, wherever I see x, and remember it's going to be the reciprocal, instead of 1/4, it's going to now turn into 4x. So there's my x. I'm going to put 2 times 4x now, plus 1, quantity squared minus 11. I'm going to clean that up. 8x plus 1, quantity squared minus 11. Okay, that's the first step. The second step is, I think that one's the easy one. It says 1 unit up. So 1 unit up means that I'm going to add 1 here. So again, we're going to clean it up. It's going to be minus 10. All right, the last part is where it's confusing. So the last part says 3 units to the right. Okay, so 3 units to the right. So now that I have x, I want 3 units to the right, which means it's going to be minus x. So now wherever I see x, I'm going to put that in instead. 8 parentheses x minus 3 plus 1, quantity squared minus 10. I'm going to clean that up, distribute that. It's 8x minus 23, or 24 I mean, plus 1 minus 10. So it's going to turn out to be 8x minus 23, quantity squared minus 10. And that's my answer. Now, somebody asked about number 1, about trying to find the factor. You're not going to need to find by what factor that it was a vertical shrink. So, yeah, vertical shrink. So you're not going to need to know that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Victoria just asked that question. You don't need to worry about that. You don't need to know what the factor is. You just have to know if it's translated up, down, or if it's a shrink or stretch. That's it. X minus 3, Jessica. So x minus 3 is wherein it said, let me go back to my book. I don't have it with me. I'm looking at it online. 3 units to the right. So remember, 3 units to the right, instead of it's not x plus 3, it's x minus 3. And that's what I'm going to plug in. So you have to do each of these steps individually. What about, okay, so let me see. Oh, hi, Blake. Okay. Sorry, just joined. If you missed something, you can see it later, not a problem. Can you do number 6, 9 from the homework? I already have a video on that, Olivia. Just check it out. I already did that one. What about simplifying for number 13? Asks Blake. Okay, let's see. Let me look at number 13. Okay. What is your question with simplifying? Do we have to simplify? No, you do not have to simplify. That's fine. I'm pretty sure it includes... Yeah, it does have the video on number 69. And I did that one, and I did number 70, I think. Okay, any other questions? I was going to make this short tonight. I can look to see if there's... Hi, there's 19 of you guys. Yay. I don't understand how to do 13. All right, I have to flip to my book again. So how did the book go from parentheses to fractions? Blake, I'm not too sure if I understand your question. All right, let's do number 13 here. Hold on. Okay, do you guys want me to spend time on number 13 and that will be my last one? Let me go back to my book again. Hold on, let me go to the live stream. Sorry, I'm just working off one computer today, so it's a little hard. I didn't bring my work computer home. I don't understand it. Can you go over it? Yes, I can. Okay, let me read it first. Here we go. A grasshopper can jump distances 20 times its length. The height and distance is, okay. When he jumps off a rock, it lands 2 inches farther. Write a function of its new path. Okay, so if it goes, x is the horizontal distance, and so now it's going 2 inches farther. Okay, so we're adding to that. Let me get a new page. I'm going to write down the problem first. So this is for number 13, you guys. 13, it is h of x is negative 120x squared plus x. And x is the horizontal distance. Okay, so it's going 2 inches farther. Okay, so that means it's going to go to the right. So instead of having x, it's going to the right, you're now going to make it x minus 2. So anywhere you see x, you're going to put in x minus 2 because it's going horizontally, right? 2. Okay, so let's do the math on that. H of x equals, let me go back to my live stream. I can't see all of your comments. Hold on one second. Okay, so h of x is negative 1 over 20. And now I'm going to put in x minus 2, quantity squared, plus, instead of x, I'm going to put x minus 2. So you could have left it like this, but what the book did is that it multiplied it out. Okay, so you don't have to simplify it. You could leave it like this, but this is just multiplying it out. I'm going to leave it like this for now just to save some time. Okay, I look a little blurry. I wonder why. Okay, so I meant 13 and not 14. Okay. Anything else, guys? Increase and decrease. Sydney. Okay, so let me just give you a quick review on increasing and decreasing. Okay, I have a graph. Let's say it's a happy face. Let's say the axis of symmetry is right here, and let's make that 5, 0. Okay, when it's happy face, here down it's decreasing. So it is decreasing when x is less than, and that's my axis of symmetry, 5. And this graph is increasing when x is greater than 5. Now, you're going to flip that if it's a sad face. So let's say it's a sad face. Let's say this point is negative 5, 0. So it is now increasing when x is less than, because it's increasing, when x is less than negative 5. And it is decreasing when x is greater than negative 5. So I'm going down. Okay, does that help, Sydney? Okay, and then someone said number 14. You guys are worried about the word problems, which is fair enough. I get that. Okay, so 14. To find the maximum height. Passenger stranded on a lifeboat. And there's my function. Let me get a new page here. So the flare above the water is the passenger shoots a second one, which is modeled by the graph. So you have to look at the graph. Which one travels farthest? Okay, so looking at this function, let me write it. Negative 16t. And remember in class I talked about it. Okay, what form? Let me go back to my live stream. I can't see you guys. There's my doggy. Say hello. Okay, so what form is this in right now? Let's see if you guys can get that. I'm looking at my live stream here. Okay, so I'm moving on. Yeah, increasing and decreasing is fine. But let's move on to this one. Does anyone tell me what form this is? I went over it in class. Doesn't look like it. Yes, it's intercept form. Okay, Jaden, you got it. Ashley, you got it. So let's rewrite it so it looks familiar to you. Negative 16, right? It's going to be t minus 0 times t minus 8. Okay, that's intercept. So once it's intercept form, I now know what my p is and my q. Okay, now let's find the vertex. So remember, to find the vertex, it's p plus q divided by 2, which is 0 plus 8 divided by 2, which is 4. But we don't want 4, we want to look at the height, right? So we're going to plug that back in. So plug that back in, plug this 4 back in. I'm not going to do the math right now, but when you plug it back in, it comes out to be 256. Okay, so now let's compare that. I'm going to go back to the book. I'm going to compare that to the first one, and the second flare, which is the picture on the side. And the second flare is showing you that, I think it says 196 is the highest, and this one is 256. So the answer is going to be the first flare that goes longer. And then it goes higher, I mean. And then the first flare also, it asks which one remains in the air longer, and it's also going to be the first flare. It travels higher and it remains in there longer. So this is out, that flare goes out for 8 seconds, and the one in the picture goes out for 7. Okay. Hopefully that answered your question. That was a tricky one. I'm glad that you guys answered that one. Will we be able to use calculators on the test? Because I looked at the table to solve this. Is that okay? I would like you to understand it this way, hopefully, Blake. The calculators you're going to use just for checking. So please make sure you guys bring a regular calculator or a scientific calculator to class. I don't have any of those to share. So if you just want to do your math on a regular calculator, that's fine. Okay, I think that's it, guys. Don't want to keep it too long. It's 13 minutes. People that are going to watch this later, they don't want it to be too long. And I'm going to get to doing my family stuff. So have a wonderful night. Get some rest. You guys will be great tomorrow. I know it. So bye, guys. Tell your parents you love them.